lighting. I feel like the lighting keeps getting worse in here.
That's because you turn
Are these plugged in? Ooh, there we go. That's a little bit better. Oh, look, we're going live. Turn that off. Well, look at this hair. What's going on, everyone? If you're watching a replay, you just, as usual, I just sit here for the first minute. This hair is ridiculous. Wow, I didn't realize how ridiculous this was. I know, it's ridiculous. I just said ridiculous 5 times. I just said ridiculous like 5 times.
I'm telling you that you don't need it.
I don't. I'm good. We're just going to let it keep going up and up and up. Jody will be here in a second. If you guys are here in the chat, say hello. And obviously, we do our normal Thursday night thing. Send your questions in. We'll chat about the week once people actually start to filter in. Hopefully people are still around. What's going on? No one has said a single thing in chat yet, Jody. I think they're waiting for you. I'm just going to sit here by myself talking to the camera. All right, Tom's here. What's up, Tom? How you doing?
What? What are you doing?
I put them over here. You want a pillow behind you?
I always have a pillow.
Okay. At least Tom is here. Jeff is here. What's up, Jeff? Hope you're doing well. Got a late arriving crowd here on this Thursday night, Jody. Jody's late arriving as well, so apparently watch. The numbers are going to start going up now that you're here. They didn't want to look at my dumb face. There's everybody. What's up, Jason? How you doing tonight? If you guys have questions, please feel free to throw them in the chat, and we will get into our normal ridiculous discussion. If you are here, please go ahead. Look, you do the same thing that you did on the podcast. You just
got a drink.
Choke slam that like button while you're here. Electrocute it. Put your 10 week, Jody.
Mm-hmm.
It was called Stay at Home, Stay at Home.
Mm-hmm.
Why was it called that?
Because you were singing.
What was I singing?
You're singing Frozen, Let It Go, but stay at home.
Yeah, how genius am I? We really should just write that. It would seriously be very viral. 100%. What's up, 10 of Diamonds? 10 of Diamonds in the house. Where's Anthony? Anthony, where are you? I'm going to text him right now. Anthony, so we talked about music last week, guys, and Anthony made a playlist after the podcast, or after the stream, right?
Mm-hmm. It was, I don't know, that day, the next day.
Yeah, you can look up Anthony on
with his hair
on Spotify, and you can see the playlist that he made. It was the Savage Family playlist. Carl, how you doing down there? I hope you're doing well down there. What else did we talk about on the podcast? So the podcast came out yesterday, as always, on Apple, Stitcher, iTunes. Why do I always say Apple and then iTunes? I don't know why I do that. Stitcher, iTunes. What else is it on? TuneIn, iHeartRadio, Spotify, all those places that you can listen to a podcast. We talked about. I talked about my March poker month.
What is happening?
What are you doing?
I don't know. I'm trying to fix my hair.
So in March, I played 197 hours of poker. I talked about how things went on the podcast. And yeah, this quarantine life is amazing for an online poker player like me. Lots of action, lots of new players getting into the streets, and I've been just trying to grind my butt off, which I've been doing. Tom is also playing online poker right now, playing a $5 tournament on WSOP. Nice. Good luck to you, Tom. And then what else we talked about? We talked about our childhood. What we did, what our life was like growing up. And then we did a quiz. We could do some of that again since we don't have anything else to talk about. What's up, Michael Ryder? I have not played on PokerStars PA at all in the last probably 2 or 3 months or so. Only playing on PokerStars New Jersey. Kimmy, what's up? Kimmy and Eric, how's it going? Yes, online's been nuts. Tom, you don't need it, buddy. Just play your game. You'll crush them. Yeah, the last 2 days, so since April started, I've played a ton of hands because the action's been crazy. I had a very good 5-10 no limit heads up match this morning that ended well for me with some pretty big pots, and that was pretty fun. And yeah, just playing lots of hands, lots of action, and it's great. What are you doing?
Talking. Nobody wants to talk to me. You're talking about poker.
Yeah, well, you can talk about whatever you want here. If you guys have questions, please feel free to throw them in the chat so that we have something to talk about. If you have a question for Jody,
Just like all over. It's
Feel free
very
to-
discombobulated.
what did you do
I don't-
today, Jody? People want to know what you did today.
No, they don't. I scrubbed grout and I moved things out of the kitchen to get them out of the play area into Andrew's room so we can have our house back.
You're right. Nobody
And
wanted
you
to hear
were
that.
really sad about it because you're weird.
See, Cook Boy said, "What did you do today, Jody?" And 10 Diamonds has a question for you.
Okay. I do have a question about weight loss and 5'10". Go walk a ton every day for work. 2,000 steps. That's not a question.
You got to speak louder too. So, what's your question, 10
I
Diamonds?
was just reading it. I don't. There's no reason for me to speak loud. I only eat once a day because I'm so busy doing work.
Okay, I think he's gonna get to the question. It's really windy out. Holy crap! Sounds like our house is gonna blow down. Michael, the kids are doing pretty well. I think all things considered, they're doing well. They are getting their schoolwork done sooner and sooner each day.
Mm-hmm.
They,
I think they enjoy it.
yeah, they definitely enjoy it. I mean, they just like the freedom of not having to do stuff out of the house.
How can I get weight to start coming off? Well, what do you eat?
So, what do you eat for your one meal a day? 10 Diamonds. Jody, did you like the playlist?
I like some of it. I didn't like all of it, but I did realize that there are a lot more music. There's a lot more music that I like that I wasn't really thinking of. I told Anthony that I conceded to him because I basically just said, no, I don't like it because I haven't listened to it in forever. But then when I went back, I realized that there's a bunch of stuff that I actually really do like. So I was wrong. And now I've started adding some of that stuff in. Like I realized that there's a lot of Eric Clapton songs that I really like a lot. And I don't know. John Mayer's still my number one, without a doubt.
Okay, so I'll go back up to this other thing before we get to 10. We'll get to 10 Diamonds right now, and then go back up to the other questions for a second, guys. So he said he doesn't eat carbs, lots of water, usually salad and chicken, no dressing.
You might need to eat more. You might need more protein.
In order to lose weight?
Yeah, because I mean, his body could just be thinking that he's starving, and it's holding on to everything instead of letting it go because it thinks he's in a famine.
Okay.
I mean, it's possible. I don't know without actually sitting down and having a conversation, though.
So if you're interested, 10 Diamonds, Jody has offered her services up for free during this time to anybody who would like to take them. So if you want to send her a message on Instagram, she can definitely help you out a little bit more. All right, we're getting a lot of comments now. All right, so let's see. Okay, so Cook Boy, Jody answered what she did today. She cleaned the grout and a bunch of stuff. Tom said they'll probably turn her straight without looking at their cards. That's what I did to him at Maryland Live. Okay, Wild Deuces, what's up, man? How you doing tonight? He said, my wife is literally losing her mind. We had a 30-minute fight because I sneezed this morning. Are you all stressing too?
No, not like that.
We haven't left the house.
Yeah, and anything that we need, we have it delivered, and then I sanitize it. Actually, I have groceries sitting on the front step right now, but I'm willing to let them go to waste so that we can be here instead. They're not really going to go to waste, but so I just sanitize everything and then bring it in. So we haven't really left the house. Trevor left the house the other day because he had to get an MRI. So that's really like the longest either one of us has left the house at all. And I
didn't go near anybody at all.
Yeah, there was nobody around. I haven't had to go in the grocery store, any store or anything. Like I haven't been really out since March 11th.
Yeah, that was the last time.
Yeah. So no.
Frozen is cold. Hello, sir and ma'am. Hi, how are you, Frozen? Nice to see a new face in here. If you're a new face and you haven't watched this stream before, please say hello in the chat because we appreciate you guys. Kimmy said we want you guys to stay safe. Hope the kids aren't going to start crazy. They're good.
Yep, they're good.
They're loving life.
I would really like the weather to warm up a little so that we can put the bounce house outside. But other than that, we're good.
Mike, what's up? Mom Kevin does pool tables. He has pool table repair shop
Oh,
type
cool.
thing. And yeah, nice to see you, Kevin. Good seeing you. Well, not seeing you, but I guess good talking to you. Michael said he's been teleworking half the week at home. School district started putting assignments online. We did algebra today. Used to be good at math. Yeah, I can't do the math without. I
But
suck
the
at
math that they do now is so dumb. Like the Common Core stuff, the way they teach them, like
Mhm.
even the way they teach them addition now is like, what? Just teach them how to add.
it. Yeah,
Why do we take all these steps
This
to
is
do
our
this?
third full week of homeschooling, right?
Yeah.
Wait, didn't you say Ben sent a message? I didn't get to read it. I
Yeah.
gotta remember that. Okay.
He just said they've been homeschooling for a long time. So if you have any questions,
Okay,
and he
cool.
laughed at you for having to play 6 tables instead of 2 or 4 or whatever.
What?
I'll go ahead.
Okay.
I'll bring it up.
I assume Wilders is talking about John Mayer. He said he's
What?
seen John 10 times. He thinks absolute favorite. Oh,
Yes,
10
I
times,
love
10
him.
times. Instagram. Her Instagram account is JL
Sav underscore.
So JLSAV underscore eats. That's the Instagram. You can send her a message there. And anybody else who's in the chat, yeah, she'll write. It's not typing right now.
Oh,
Anybody else who's in the chat, feel free to send Jody a message if you're interested in getting any kind of help with nutrition.
said my heart bleeds for you now that you have to play 6 tables instead of 2. LOL.
It's a good problem to have. Let's see here. Cookboy said, my niece is homeschooling and her kids told me that they want a new teacher next year. Jody, how are your kids doing with homeschool?
They're doing okay. I mean, honestly, like before this started, Trevor and I talked a lot about taking them out of the public school district and putting them in online school because we have access to it from Florida. Since we have a house in Florida, I assume that we have access to it anyway. So we had talked about it a lot because I just don't think that the public school setting is necessarily like a great learning environment for kids. Like it's just archaic and it's not like I don't know. I don't want to get into a debate here, but I'm not, I think teachers have a very hard job and I don't want that job. And both of my sister-in-laws are teachers and that's great. But especially for one of our kids, I just don't think it's the right environment. So they're doing okay so far. They haven't actually started any online schooling. They're just giving us worksheets that we have to print out. And then the kids have to do the worksheets. And then the worksheets sit in our kitchen. So they're not actually going to start doing like real virtual schooling until the 16th. Our spring break is from the 10th to the 14th. And then they're going to pick up from there on the 16th with like Google Classroom and virtual classes and stuff like that.
Michael said, no need stressing. My wife is a medical social worker, so around patients all day. Hopefully your wife stays safe and healthy. I read this one and I was like, they said you could see him if you were on Zoom, LOL. And I looked at the name. It's EJS3. Do you know who that is?
Yes, that must be your dad.
That's my dad. So my dad suggested possibly doing a Zoom meetup type thing where we do something like this and then have everybody on Zoom muted. And then you can raise your hand to, ask a question and talk. I don't know. What do you guys think of that? Let me know what you guys think of that in the comments.
A few weeks ago, I had suggested that.
I know.
You didn't listen to me.
No, I said
until your dad said it, and now it's like, wow, look at this idea.
I said to my dad, Jody has said something like this before, and she keeps saying we should do something like that.
I said we should have a virtual meetup.
Yes. Charles said, hello, love the vlog. Yes, new math sucks. My brother's a teacher and he thinks it's ridiculous.
Yeah,
Thank you, Charles.
Bizarre. It's so weird.
Yeah, I don't get it. Mike said Florida finally did a statewide stay-at-home order that starts tonight. All right, well, be safe, Mike. Ben, my man, Ben Adler with the $4.99 donation. Thank you very much, Ben. He said he's furloughed from work. Unfortunately, started officially quarantining yesterday. One day in, I'm going stir crazy. Are you guys partying? Well, you know how we party, Ben.
With this.
Yeah.
Water.
But I did see Ben. I think Ben started his day today with a Corona. What else did you have today, Ben, to start the day? I assume that you're just going to drink heavily the whole time, and that's great. Jim in the house. Hey, Jim, how you doing? Hope you're well out there.
Hi, Jim.
Daniel, I only played live 9-handed PLO before quarantine. Any tips for adjusting 6-max? I'm struggling with 3/4 bet pots. Oh, not 3/4. 3 and 4 bet pots. Okay. So first of all, 9-handed PLO is obviously just about making the nuts over and over again. 6-handed, you get a little bit more into getting to play some spots where you can bluff and stuff like that. Generally speaking, especially if you're playing online, you need to play much tighter, and you need to just look for obviously like good hands that can flop good equity and things like that. Like similar PLO things that you would do live, except for you're just going to end up playing more spots. But it depends a lot on the games that you're playing in. I mean, 3 and 4 bet pots should be a little bit easier, honestly, because you can study them a little bit more where you just understand what equity you have and what hands you should be going with and what hands you should be folding when you flop equity. The best part about PLO is you don't pretty much ever have to fold the 3 bets. I pretty much never fold the 3 bets. So that's obviously a good thing. And you just figure out what to do with it post flop after that. All right. Fold more, 3 bet less. Yeah, agreed with Charles. Okay, 10 of diamonds, 10 of diamonds. Zoom is an app thing. I don't know. You can explain about it.
It's a like a virtual conference. That's all. It's just you can see everybody.
So it'd be like this, except for you can see everybody
we would
else.
be able to see you too if you turn your video on, and then you can like press buttons to virtually raise your hand, and then the spotlight would be on you, and you could talk, and everybody can talk to each other and see each other. It's just like it's a video conference.
Speaking of which, Ben Davis is here in the chat. Hey, Ben.
There you go.
Jody was just telling me about your email. I hadn't seen it yet. His wife uses Zoom to host webinars. Oh my God, my eyes. Kevin said, I would, but would have to shower and clean up. The quarantine's killing me.
Don't worry. I didn't get to shower yet either.
Yeah,
I've
me
been
neither.
scrubbing stuff all day long.
I've been scrubbing
Trevor's like,
anything.
let's go. Kids went to bed late.
Oh, there's Anthony. We were wondering where you were, Anthony. Anthony's losing his mind. But he is now an official Spotify playlist maker. So if you guys are in the market for a Spotify playlist, hit Anthony up and he will make one for you. I believe he only charges $1.
Nice.
I don't know if that's his actual price, but
Your dad disappeared.
he probably just doesn't know what he's doing in the chat, you know?
You can do Zoom from anything.
What are you
You can do-
responding to?
10 of diamonds, 10 of diamonds. I know I'm ahead. He said I don't have a
yeah.
computer at all, but you can do it right from your phone.
Oh, yes. He started the day. Ben, Jody, is this approved by your diet metrics? Ben started the day with a Corona beer and 2 white chocolate Reese's eggs.
No. That's bad. That's not good for your immune system.
Oh, yeah. Tom is actually right. Daniel, if you want to play PLO online profitably, just make quads every hand like I do. And then you don't have to worry about anything. Today, actually, I made quads. I had ace 10 and 2 other cards, and the flop came 10-8 blank, and the guy had pocket 8s, and it came 10-10. So that's just the way it works. All right. Carl said, we pulled kids out of public 2 years ago for private. We're so much happier, especially now. Constant communication, Zoom classes twice a week, high engagement.
So you put them in private virtual school or just private school, and you just happen to do some virtual classes?
10 times doesn't have a computer at all. I think
That's
you
what
can
I was
do.
saying. You can use. I answered.
You
this
answered this already.
Yes.
Okay.
This is what I was responding to. You can do Zoom from your phone or iPad or whatever.
What's up, Steve? Hope you're doing well in California. I don't know what Anthony's saying. What WTF for? Oh, maybe the dollar. Probably because I told him they charged $1. That's $1 more than you'd be making right now, right? Jim said he cut the grass out today. Spring has sprung down here. Not like Chicago. How's the weather, Ben? Probably not great yet.
The weather's not great here, in case you're wondering.
True.
It was 50 degrees today.
It was beautiful in Chicago. 62 and sunny. Went for a drive on the Kennedy.
I wish. It was like super windy and chilly, and except our kids are weird and they went outside for like 5 seconds. They're like, it is way too hot to be outside.
Yeah. I'm hoping that I feel like we're going to set some records on the stream for our highest viewership. I think we have our crew that's hanging out. You can see the numbers going up. I like this. So if you're here, you hit the like button. That'll encourage more people to come in as well. And also you can listen to the podcast that we do every week, and you can leave us a rating on there. And we read the reviews out on the podcast. All right. So Carl said private school through our parish where I went as a youngin'. They've just adjusted super quick to all the craziness.
I gotcha. Yeah, Ava has been doing all of her stuff online because her school, they all have their own laptops issued through the school. So she's had her laptop at home since day one. But the 2 younger ones, Andrew will not get a laptop. Cam Cam actually has a laptop at school, but we didn't pick it up. Trevor wanted nothing to do with going there and picking it up, even though they were actually on the news for like their drive-through process to pick up your kids' stuff. But so they're getting ready to transition to the virtual classes and whatever. But I don't know. It's the same school district that I went to as a kid, and I thought it was great when I was a kid. But now that I'm a parent, I'm like, you guys suck.
Jody, did you like the NOLA playlist?
There were songs in there that I liked. Yes, for
She
sure.
liked Juvenile's Back That Ass
No,
Up. For
I had to
sure.
turn that one off.
That was the number one.
I heard it. It came on, and I'm like, I wasn't looking at my phone, and I just heard the beginning of it, and I was like, did Juvenile use this music to redo a song? And then he started rapping, and I was like, oh shit, I gotta turn this off. The kids are here.
I mean, they should hear that classic. It's up there with the Beatles.
I know that the first song on that, I remember specifically the very first song on that playlist, I really liked. So.
All right. All right. Bunch of weather updates from everybody. Ben said, "What's your guys' go-to cheat meal?"
Oh, I had one today. It was brown rice pasta with vegetables and red sauce and some Parmesan cheese.
Yeah, like we don't really have cheat meals because we just eat a certain way. But like occasionally we'll have like pizza, but it's not.
It's still a paleo crust. There's no grains in the crust
it's
or
like-
anything like that.
It's pizza.
Yeah, I mean, I can't do cheat meals because first of all, if it's like fast food and stuff, I won't eat. I know we talked about this before.
Also, you'd have to leave the house to have fast food now.
Yes, but like a standard cheat meal of like, I don't know what. Give me a standard cheat meal.
Well, like people, I think a lot of people have like a burger and fries.
Right.
But
So we eat burgers,
yeah.
but with a bun. So
Without a bun.
without a bun.
Yeah.
But if I ate one with a bun, it would still have to be a gluten-free bun because we're so strictly gluten-free. And it's like it's a non-negotiable thing. There is no cheating on the gluten-free diet because it's way too important for our family to stay very strictly gluten-free.
What's up, Jonathan? From the UK. I don't think we've ever had anybody from the UK in the chat here live with us. So thank you for joining us, Jonathan.
Hello.
And New Jersey's been on lockdown for a while now.
A couple weeks.
Yeah, we've been locked down. Cindy's in the chat. What's up, Cindy? You don't seem that happy. Cindy, she's not happy to see you.
Honestly, I was not expecting that Cindy to be here, so it took me a second to realize who Cindy was.
Yeah.
Sorry, Cindy.
All right.
Hi,
Here's
Cindy.
a loaded question for you, Cam. I mean, for Cam.
Cam.
For you.
Yeah.
No cheer practice. How's Cam handling it? They do virtual cheer practice. She does virtual
she does
conditioning and stuff, and then she has
flexibility.
this week she started cheer practice twice a week virtually.
I mean, am I being honest?
Yeah.
If I'm being honest, she's doing great.
Yeah. She's oi. You know what that is?
Yes,
Over it.
She seems to like when I say, okay, you have this thing you got to do now for cheer, she's kind of like, so it seems like she probably needed a little break.
Okay. So up there with the Beatles, yes. I was just kidding, but
What?
I like the Beatles. He's talking about when I said Juveniles up there with the Beatles.
Oh.
Michael said that's not a cheat meal, LOL. Anthony said gluten-free playlist. Also, we need to bring back the Jody's nicknames thing that we did last week. That was hilarious. All right. So it's Jody. A pasta is a cheat meal. Savage. All right. My wife got me on turkey burgers instead of regular burgers. What is your thought on that?
They're fine.
Okay.
We eat grass-fed burgers, so grass-fed beef burgers. I won't eat like conventional, crappy, nasty. Like what is the word?
Junk?
Factory farmed
Okay.
meat. I won't eat that.
Cindy said, "Our kids sleep already." Yes, they are asleep, and you should be jealous.
They actually went to bed later than we'd like.
Yeah.
Sorry, Cindy. I'm sorry. It just was not registering. I was totally not expecting to see you here, and for some reason, it just didn't register.
Jonathan's cheat meal or his staple, I guess, is porridge with chia seed, goji berries, and honey. Sounds pretty good. Zoom would work, however, you still have to broadcast on YouTube. Otherwise, it would limit your growth. Yeah, that is true. I was thinking more along the lines of something different than this. Like we'll still do this every week, but if we do like a Zoom meetup at a different time, that'd be good. Parmigiano Reggiano.
I don't remember. It's something from Whole Foods. I don't remember which one it was. They have a couple different ones. I don't remember what I grabbed.
Do you guys enjoy classical music? Here's what you have to do, Ben. This is what Anthony did last week. You got to make us a playlist on Spotify. Jody will throw it on, and we'll see if she likes it.
I don't want to say no because he plays the cello, right?
Yeah, but
I don't want to
that
be
doesn't
rude.
mean that's.
I don't ever listen to it, honestly. I don't.
I bet you'd probably love it. I bet it would probably maybe calm you down a little bit.
Why do I need to be calm? What are you trying to say? I'm just kidding.
Ben, make us a playlist. We'll love you forever. Cindy said Girl Drew is working out virtually with her gymnastics team too. Jaleb, what's going on, Jaleb? How's it going? Do you like to watch poker on TV? Any favorites? I turn it on to fall asleep. That's pretty funny. I haven't really watched too much poker. Definitely not on TV, but like streamed poker, I'll watch. Specifically cash games. Anything with I like watching live at the bike if Garrett's on usually. It has to be somebody who's very engaging and entertaining for me to watch. I won't just watch regular or somebody I know. I won't just watch like a stream of people playing poker unless it's people I know.
Your hair is so obnoxious.
It is crazy.
And it's kind of blending in with the
background. So
yeah.
just keep going.
Which is funny because this back thing here is gray, but your hair is not gray.
It's getting there. Quarantine 2020 keeps going. Just kidding. Does gluten-free pasta taste different, Jody?
It depends on which one you get. Some of them, like a lot of the rice pastas, are kind of gritty. So those taste different. The lentil pastas, like red lentil pasta, taste exactly like red lentils. So that's actually really good in a meal if you like red lentils because it has like a peppery flavor. So adding that into something gives it like a little something extra. But some of the pastas, like ones that are made out of blends of like rice and quinoa and things like that, you don't really notice a difference. If I put them in a meal and didn't tell you, you probably wouldn't know.
Charles said his cheat meal is anything in the fridge that's not spoiled. Ben said he won't be offended either way. Everybody has different tastes. I feel like there's probably classical music songs that you would hear that you'd be like, oh, I know this song. Right?
I know a lot of classical music songs.
Yeah.
I just don't ever listen to them.
My dad said, who are your top 5 favorite guitarists? We did a deep dive into guitar players.
Yeah, but I don't know anything about like what's considered a good guitar player and who's not.
Well, it's just what you like to hear.
Yeah, but I don't know. I don't pay attention to the guitar so much. I just I like John Mayer.
Jody, my top 5 is Mayer, no matter what.
Yeah, I love John Mayer. I like Eric Clapton. So Eric Clapton, he's good, right? And then beyond that, I don't freaking know because I don't pay attention to the guitar.
So today, while I was grinding, I listened to Anthony's playlist, and then I also threw on some Allman Brothers as a shout out to my dad.
Almond Brothers?
Allman
Brothers?
Allman Brothers. Yes.
You said Almond Brothers.
Whatever. And I didn't realize how many of the songs I knew and quite enjoyed. Cookboy said, can't wait for Jody to get a phone call so we can guess who she's talking to. That was in reference to last week. That was pretty awesome. My favorite poker movie besides Rounders. Well, Rounders is like number 1 for sure. Like it's not even close for any of the other ones. Lucky You was pretty good in a terrible way.
What's that?
It was this awful movie with Eric Bana. Eric, you know how to say it? Bana, something like that. I heard that this Mississippi Grind was really good, but I haven't seen that yet. I don't even know what other poker movies there are, honestly. Ben said, when you play No Limit Hold'em online, what's your goal VPIP percentage? So I haven't played any 6 max No Limit really at all in quite a while. But when I did, the way the online games work here, I know on some of the apps there's like 3 blinds, but here it's just 2 blind, no ante, 6 max games. And in those types of games, when you're playing online, you pretty much have to stick to a cookie cutter type strategy to make the most money. And that ends up being like 25 VPIP. It's like across the board, all the biggest winners are going to be like 25. So yeah, that's what I usually end up at. You playing some?
Jim just sent this to me.
All right. All right, now
I got classical music playing in the background for everybody's listening enjoyment.
All right, 10 diamonds cheat meals, eggplant parm with lots of cheese. Oh, there's Lucky You. Charles said it. Lucky You is his favorite.
Yeah, cheese is sort of like a cheat for me, but I still do like grass-fed cheese and stuff. Like, I don't really. A cheat meal for me is eating some kind of dessert that has like actual sugar, or even maple syrup as a sugar. But still, like, no one would ever like my cheat meals because my cheat meals are still like
Yeah. All right, I've had
really
enough
healthy.
of it. Move on. David said he just hit 72 hours fasting, had a killer headache today.
Well, congrats on 72 hours fasting.
Yeah, that's awesome. And welcome to the chat. Have you ever gone 72 hours? What's the most you've ever gone?
A day.
Yeah, me too. A lot of okay, we got Jimi Hendrix, Dave, John Clapton, Clapton.
John Mayer. Cindy, stop. He is not good looking. He's just really good at singing.
Little Righteous Brothers. And Kevin said, "Oh no, not picking on Jody's music again." All right, check out Derek Trucks, Almond Brothers, the Peanut Bras. Oh my God. Cincinnati Kid I've never seen. We're gonna do episode.
Almond Brothers.
Oh, wait. Oh, Molly's Game. Yeah, Molly's Game was good.
Oh yeah,
I
I
really
watched
like
that
that
on
one.
a flight actually.
Molly's Game. Oh, I feel like I'm torn to.
Did you watch that?
Yes, I did watch it.
When?
We watched it when we were in Florida for our honeymoon this year. Not honeymoon. What the hell? Anniversary this year.
Okay. Because I started watching it on a flight, but I didn't get to finish it, so I guess we watched it together.
Prelude from Bach Suite. The Beach Suite is Beach Suite and the Almond Brothers.
I would like to know why your dad just keeps throwing random comments in and then disappearing.
Don't worry about it. All right. Cookboy said Mississippi Grind did not live up the hype. Well, this forgive Cincinnati Kid for that annoying trivial ending. I didn't see it, so I don't know. Jim, nobody dish you. Nobody's dissing you. All right. Are we caught up?
Cheesecake.
Yeah, Jody loves cheesecake.
Oh, I love a good cheesecake.
Maverick. Yeah, I remember seeing Maverick a long time ago. What's up, Thunderman? All right. If you want to listen to a playlist, my dad put in random comment. Got you. I'm getting hot in here.
Yeah, are you sweating?
I'm sweating.
On me? Jesus,
yeah, it's hot in here. Hot in.
It's not even that hot.
Speaking
here.
of classical music, Nelly did the classical song "Hot in Here."
Oh my God!
If you guys are not familiar with that, Thunderman Anthony, can you throw up a link to the playlist that you made in the chat for us for Thunderman?
My wife drugged me kicking and screaming to see John Mayer once.
We've probably seen him 4 or 5 times, I think.
Trevor has taken me to see John Mayer quite a bit. I love him. I could listen to it's the one artist that I could just listen to on repeat all day, all night, never get tired of.
10 times hates chocolate. I don't know.
I'm not a big chocolate lover.
Ben said, "Here's a hard-hitting question for you. I know how much you love peanut butter and jelly. What's the proper ratio needed when making a peanut butter and jelly sandwich?"
Way more peanut butter than jelly. I need the peanut butter to coat the whole bread from side to side, top to bottom, no space left at all. Peanut butter on both sides, nice thick layer of peanut butter on both sides, and then a layer of jelly that's not super thick.
Let me see if I can pull the playlist since Anthony doesn't seem to be responding.
Put it together.
Yeah, that's good. Hey, look, see, I was listening to All Night Train by the Almond Brothers, man.
The Almond Brothers.
The Almond Brothers. They ate peanuts all night. All right, let's see. Savage Family playlist. There we go. How do we get the link to it? Share.
Yeah. But what are you going to share it to? Are you going to share it magically to the...
Yeah, watch.
Oh, you're going to go on YouTube and do it?
Or I can just do it like this.
Tubin, if you will.
You got to follow the chat there for me.
They're not talking.
Oh, okay.
Are you talking about John Mayer's online show? Did he do an online show and I missed it? Why did you send it to me?
Because I can just go like this.
Oh, because I see. Okay.
All right, here's the link to the Anthony Latanzi made Spotify playlist, the Savage Family playlist. Okay, let's go back up here again.
Okay.
Cindy, that's why I keep you in here, because you can sing Hot in Here, Hot in Her. Daniel said, I wonder if Nelly would bleed to death if he took his Band-Aid off. There's no way of ever finding that out because it would never come off. Jim said you start with 3 pieces of bread.
Mm-mm. Too much bread for
all
me.
right. Tyler said, "Can you speak at all about the stresses of poker while having a family? Hard to go through big downers, big break-even stretches. Hard on the non-poker playing partner." Okay. Thanks for the question, Tyler. So this is definitely the question we probably get asked the most. There's 2 parts of it. One is that I've always looked at it as a positive thing because I can't just spew off. Like, I always have to be making the best possible decision every time. I need to do everything I possibly can to make sure I'm doing everything I can to make money to playing poker. The break-even stretches and downswings and things like that, I don't think I'm really affected by the fact that having a family, maybe by, worrying about bills and stuff like that, but more so than anything, having a supportive partner around to, bounce your thoughts off of and to pick you up there when you're not doing so great. That's the most important thing. If I was just by myself, it would be easier just to spew off all the money or be really, really upset about things.
I can't get comfortable.
And we've talked about like that type of thing on the podcast a lot. I feel like I've answered that question a bunch on the podcast. We've talked about different things on the podcast. So if you guys want to listen, there's 35 episodes of the podcast up on Apple and all the other places that you can listen to podcasts.
It's on Apple and iTunes,
Yeah,
just in
same
case
thing.
you.
And also, I think
Didn't know.
I wrote a blog entry too, similar about it. I don't know. I've read a lot of different things, but and Jody's, you've answered this before too. But how do the downswings affect you?
They don't.
All right.
Depends on how long if it's going on and on and on, and you're like stressed out, then I start to get I get sad for you, and then
Yeah, I had like a 2-month, a little bit less than 2-month stretch where I didn't make too much. That sounds terrible, but I made like far less than I'm used to making, and I talked about that a lot on the last podcast that came out yesterday. I talked about what it was like getting through that, and then what it's like coming out on the other side and everything. Peanut Free Brothers are school approved.
that's what I was laughing at.
What's the movie called about Stu Unger? I don't really know which one that one is. Anybody know? Ben said, "Have you ever had beer in the shower?" I got Andrew a beer. Brad and Andrew shower beer holders last mug. I'd be happy to get you one for your new home in Florida. I have had beer in the shower.
You have?
Yes. I mean, I've had beer in the shower, in the tub, everywhere.
What?
Not recently, though, because we are in the sober 2020 right now. So we have not had any
And also,
alcohol
you don't drink
in
beer.
2020. Yeah. Well, I was really enjoying drinking some of those gluten-free beers before, but it's been a while. Grilled peanut butter and fluff sandwich tonight for dinner. That sounds amazing.
I thought of another cheat meal too.
Okay.
Like a grilled cheese sandwich because I don't eat bread.
Okay. AC is on 68, and after the live stream, toast the bread, add homemade pepper.
Yep.
Pepper jelly?
Please tell me you're joking about what?
Yeah, I don't know how far back that was.
Wait, OMG, Jody. Please tell me you're joking. About what? Oh, because I didn't know John Mayer. Yeah, I suck. All right, I got to look now.
I might enjoy Phil Manzanera. What is that? Manzanera? Phil Manzanera.
I don't. Oh.
My dad said he's not a big John Mayer fan, but Gravity is an awesome song. Big fan of Gravity.
I can't. You can't be my father-in-law anymore if you don't like John Mayer. I'm just kidding, obviously.
Michael said, "Any good skits playing with the kids? We all need a good laugh."
Yes, we do, but he won't do it.
So the problem is that
The problem is he's a loser.
No, the problem is I've been playing so much poker, and then I play a bunch of poker. Then I grind some Super Smash Brothers or Mario Kart with Andrew for a couple hours. We go outside a little bit, make dinner, make lunch, do the dishes, put the kids in bed, watch a movie, put the kids in bed, and then I'm sleeping. Usually I'm sleeping by this time.
It's true.
But I do.
He only stays awake for you guys.
So the skit I had planned
moving the whole
that
table.
I haven't done yet, but the skit I had planned, if you guys remember, Andrew was dating Marley for a little bit, and then they broke up, and now Marley has a new boyfriend named Spraggy, if you guys are not familiar with that. So I actually wrote most of the song already, and I was going to have Andrew sing Alanis Morissette's "You Ought to Know" with the lyrics that I rewrote for him to Marley about his situation, and then just make a music video out of it. It's really funny. The lyrics are right here. It's pretty amazing. I just had to do it. I'll do it at some point.
He's not doing it because it was my idea.
That's not true.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, the one said, "Damn, she's sexy." I don't know if he's talking about you.
Maybe he's talking about you.
Oh, maybe. What's her name? This is Jody. If you listen to our podcast, you'll know that it's possible that
It's possible.
we're considering doing some sort of virtual stripping. So if you're interested,
What?
just leave a donation here, and maybe one of us will take our clothes off. Depends on how much you leave. Jim said, "How do you manage a 5-day beard every week?" Was this my face?
I don't know. When did you shave last?
I don't know.
It was like a couple days ago.
Yeah, I shave once a week. Ben said he'll buy me a bourbon on the rocks in 2021. I'll take it maybe. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. And yeah, I'm sure you're drinking plenty for us. All right, let's see. Oh, High Roller is the Stu Unger story. Sure, that's right. Do I ever let Andrew win? The bigger question is, does Andrew ever let me win? Because he's played more games of Mario Kart in the last 3 months than I played in my entire life, for sure. Tyler said, "You get up so early. Are games not pretty dead during the day with people at work?" Nobody works right now, Tyler, so the games are amazing. But even when people are working, they're still pretty good. So I start playing at 6:30 in the morning or 7 o'clock in the morning sometimes, and then I usually don't play past 6 p.m. is my cutoff point. But there's plenty of people playing still.
Oh my God.
Nice.
Not me.
Mike said Jody with an I.
It's messed up.
My dad said, "Do you want me to tell him to do the Andrew video?"
Yes, please. Who wants to hear a story about Trevor's dad?
Okay, sure.
Tell a story
All right,
about Trevor's dad.
Tell a story about my dad
Okay.
before we
So-
start taking clothes off.
Yeah. When Trevor and I were not even dating, like had just started talking to each other, I hung out with him, and then he's like, I have to go to my dad's house. It's like, all right. So we go to his dad's house, and I'm sitting at the table, and his dad looked at me and said, "I would like grandchildren." And I was like, okay, thank you for that. I don't really know what to say to that because I'm not even dating your son, but thanks for letting me know that you want grandkids.
Well, I mean, you listened to him like less than
I did.
was
Yes.
like 8 months later.
I provided 3
Mhm.
of those grandchildren.
Yep. Matthew, how's it going, buddy? Good to see you. Hope you're doing well. Anthony said, "When we go to New Orleans, you're going to go on a bender. No ifs, ands, or buts."
That ain't gonna happen.
I mean, a bender for me.
And not because not because I'm saying it's not allowed, but because I know he won't do it.
A bender for me would be if I had, I think, 3 drinks and I would be done for it. Actually, the last time I had a drink at all, it was in the beginning of December, and we were in Florida, and I had like 2 or 3 drinks, and I was like, "It's good. I'm good." All right, so now we got to the
You
point.
did?
Yeah,
Where?
at our Florida house when everybody came over. Cindy was there.
Oh, like at our house.
Yeah. All right, so Jim donated $9.99.
Mm-hmm.
He's the leader in the clubhouse.
Mm-hmm.
He wants to know who's taking their clothes off.
Go ahead, take your shirt off.
You want me to take my shirt off?
Yeah,
I
yeah,
feel like
go
that would decrease the viewership from 23 to 0.
If I took my shirt off, it wouldn't matter because it looks the same.
Oh,
'Cause I
there we
just
go.
have-
Oh, we got some skin. Throw those donations in. We need it now. You take your clothes off. This is where the thumbs ups are about to skyrocket. It's only a matter of time until 9 inches for your little booty shows up. Jonathan said, "Which site can you play on, Trevor?" So, Jonathan, I live in New Jersey, so we have regulated online poker in New Jersey, and so I play on PokerStars New Jersey. It's only New Jersey players. I play on Borgata, which is a party poker scan, which is only New Jersey players, and I play on WSOP, which is New Jersey, Nevada, and Delaware players. So it's small, very small player pools, but it's still pretty great. That's what I've been playing for since November of 2013. Michael said, "Dad, make Trevor create the video." All right, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Hubba hubba. Tom said, "Sounds like Trevor's dad played a Jedi mind trick on Jody."
I mean, it's a sports bra, and there's pictures of me in public wearing the sports bra and nothing else. So, I mean, pants, but
Kevin said, "I enjoyed you talking about mental health issues. Had anxiety and panic issues for a couple of years. Medication has them under control for now. As a full-time poker player, almost 15 years." That's great to hear, Kevin. Yeah, I mean, it's something that's really important to both of us. Dealing with anxiety, both of us dealing with anxiety and dealing with Cameron's anxiety and things like that. We have a lot of experience with it, so that's why we started the podcast. And it's crazy to think we've done 35 episodes of the podcast so far. But we've been able to talk to a lot of different people, talk about mental health and about what we've learned from it. And it's one of my favorite things to talk about, to help people. So yeah, I mean, you guys know, obviously, a lot of you guys that are in here in chat are the same people every week, but you guys can always reach out to us privately if you want, on Instagram or through email or whatever avenue that you want. We're always available if you need to chat about anything or if you have any questions about mental health. Anthony said 3-day bender, 4 hours of sleep, 16 concerts, 1 Saints game, 29 cocktails, 3 J's, and a play every hand challenge. That sounds like I would make maybe through the first 15 minutes. The last time I was in New Orleans actually was for a bachelor party, and it was actually right after I had the panic attack too. So I didn't
and
do.
You went off and explored on your own.
I did,
at
yeah.
the bachelor party.
Well, that was my favorite part. Well, it's because everybody's sleeping. I wake up early, obviously. So I went out. So, we went out Friday night. Everybody drank their head off, and drank their head off. Is that what I think? Drank their face off. I'm not sure. They drank a lot, and I obviously didn't drink that much.
My shoulder just cracked really loud.
I didn't drink that much, and so I woke up early the next morning. Everybody's still sleeping, and I went out exploring and checking out like people playing music on the streets. Like my favorite thing to see. So I loved it so much. Good music being played on the streets, and then one of the places we went to was actually like a reggae club, and it was awesome. Like I love live music, so New Orleans is my spot.
I went to New Orleans once, but I was very newly pregnant with Cameron, and I was really sick. It was awful.
And we went there for the Saints playoff game the year they won the Super Bowl. It was pretty great. So Kevin said, "I wonder sometimes if it's my choice for a primary job." Yeah, I mean, it can be difficult if you have mental health issues to play poker for a living, for sure, because there's so many swings, there's so many ups and downs. You have to be fully there and present playing, and if you're distracted by anything, it can be tough. So it's definitely not the ideal choice for sure. But I do think that people who play poker for a living tend to think analytically and tend to have good emotional intelligence if they're successful at poker. So that can help, obviously, with the anxiety and depression. Daniel said, "I struggle a lot with anxiety. A low dose SSRI and no sugar carbs helped me tremendously." That's definitely can definitely be beneficial for a lot of people. I recommend, if you have struggled with anxiety, depression, check out a book called Lost Connections by Johan Hari. I'm halfway through doing it. Do you do a book? Reading a book? And I've heard from a lot of people as well. There's actually a TED Talk. If you look up a TED Talk by Johan Hari, it's also very good. My eyes are getting very tired right now.
Yeah, I'm getting really sleepy.
All right, 10 of diamonds. Nice seeing you.
Good night.
Hope you do well. Send that message to Jody. She'll definitely help you out. Michael said his 14-year-old deals with anxiety and OCD. That can be tough, for sure.
Cam had really terrible OCD that subsided when she went gluten-free.
Yeah.
That's it. That's all I got.
Yeah,
Hers was it was horrible. It was awful to deal with. And it went away within like 2 weeks of her going gluten-free.
Yeah. Anthony said, "We'll go after you final table the main next year." Sounds good to me. See you later. 10 diamonds. Wild Deuce said, "Do you think it's a mistake to not play on WSP over the NJ only sites?" No, I don't think it's a mistake. I actually didn't play on WSP for a while, maybe like the last 3 or 4 months, and was just playing the New Jersey only sites. I started playing some more WSP now that there's more action on there in the morning with everybody home. And so, but WSP is significantly tougher than the New Jersey only sites. Good night, Joel. Thank you for stopping by. We're going to wrap up here because I'm about to pass out. Mike said online poker is much easier to maintain for doing it for a living. Live poker is just not as fun when you play recreational. Yeah, I agree. I don't know that I could go back to playing live poker for a living again. Like I could do it if I was just going to be playing 2-5 and just like 20 hours a week or something for fun, but I couldn't do it now. Tom said I passed out in a parking lot of a strip club and no one realized I was gone at one bachelor party I went to. I woke up at an empty parking lot and the sun coming up. That sounds like a good bachelor party. All right, before we go, Anthony said Sarah's feeling anxious with her job. Any tips before you go?
Meditate. That's tough because
So,
she's a nurse. So
is she feeling anxious about going to her job because of everything that's going on? Is she feeling anxious that she's going to lose her job because of everything that's going on?
How could she lose her job? She's a nurse.
Yeah, I don't know. I assume you just mean she's anxious about going to work each day. In which case, yeah, I would try to get her into meditating for sure, because it's going to help. Meditation is always my number one. I can't think straight at all right now.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Meditation is always my number one. What's the thing? It's called tip, advice, word of advice, because it helps you organize your thoughts, which I can't do right now. But it helps. Yeah.
Go ahead. Sorry, I thought you were done.
Yeah. Helps you organize your thoughts, and it helps you to see the thoughts for what they are. And so, obviously, she has reasons for being anxious about going to work each day, and it's not going to be easy. So I would just it's common that she's going to feel anxious. It's just let her know that's normal, and she might be listening to this right now. And try to meditate. Use the Headspace app, or look up apps or meditations online. Anything else?
Your dad's dropping knowledge.
There you go.
Listen to my dad. Breathe. Stay in this moment.
Yep.
Also, I mean, there's things that she can just do for just generally for everything is to make sure she's eating really well, not eating sugar and all those things, because that's going to really mess up her immune system. And right now she needs a really strong immune system. Sleeping well if she can. Obviously, when you have anxiety, it's hard to sleep well. Ooh. Exercising, moving your body for like 30 minutes a day. So I was telling my mom the other day, like even if you break it up into 10-minute things, just you want to get your heart rate up for 30 minutes a day. And that's all stuff that she can do to really help her immune system quite a bit. Vitamin C.
Speaking of which, with sleeping, I found Jody got me the greatest thing ever. My anxiety is the worst right before I fall asleep because I can't control my thoughts anymore, because now I'm just passing out and I'm in that lucid state where I'm not controlling. I can't say to myself, oh, this is just a thought. And so my anxiety always gets the worst right before I fall asleep. And Jody got me a 20-pound
weighted blanket.
And I've used it the last 2 nights, and it's been the best thing ever. I can't wait to go to sleep right now for it to be on top of me. The weighted blanket, not you. And yeah, so I would check that out.
Well, but there's like certain weights for certain sizes.
So figure out the correct weight for your size. All right, let's wrap this up so we can go to bed.
Okay.
Thank you guys as always for joining us. Hope you guys enjoyed the stream. If you did, avoid negative news on TV and Facebook.
For sure. That's a good Stay off social media.
Yeah. Make sure you do come on YouTube every Thursday to watch us, though.
Well, we don't talk about that stuff. It's not stressful here.
Exactly. But thank you guys always for joining us, and you can always reach out to us like we said, and we'll see you guys next Thursday, I guess, right? Listen to the podcast if you haven't listened to it already, please. It means a lot to us. And leave a review. We'll read the review next week if you leave it.
Yeah, we'll read the review.
Enjoy the Almond Brothers.
Yes.
And the Peanut Brothers and the Cashew Brothers, everybody else.
Jim's
Love you, Dad.
A reference to a movie.
Okay.
He said, would it matter? I was reading that to you.
Okay. Good night, Rick. Good seeing you. Good night, Cook Boy. Good night,
Goodbye,
Tom.
Ed.
See you guys all. Bye, Dad. Love you. See you next week.
Bye.
Oh my God, I feel so tired right now.